time this, playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, but I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready. Took the outlaw. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Bridgewater. That one complete. He finds Sharp. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
15 yards. And the Jaguars first down. First and 10.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin with a run by Fournette. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Cousins to throw it this time. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On the run, it's Fournette. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
To throw is Bridgewater. They'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Fournette running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll set them back 5. Lambeau on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Third and short yardage. Cousins going deep downfield for Roll. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here comes the me.
They'll throw again. Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, come on. 54. Hey, 54. Tackles.
Fournette. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run with that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
On second down, Cook.
Let's go, Quincy Williams on the tackle. A gain on the play. First down, Vikings.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Third and long for Cousins. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there. And they're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive with Cook, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A toss to Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Everyone got 4 down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A big run by the big man Fournette. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fournette on the counter. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Fournette. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Lambeau to add on the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.